The current status of neuroscience, and especially social neuroscience, and the current capabilities, at least for the past 15 years of fMRI technology, have enabled us to understand how neurofunctioning affects our behavior at a level we didn't before. So for example, one of my colleagues, Professor Tony Jack, had a paper that just came out in Neuroimage showing that when you give people analytic problems, financial, those kinds of things, where you're analyzing it, you activate a part of the brain that's heavily in the executive function called the task-positive network to neuroscientists. He also showed that when you give people social problems, someone crying, someone asking for help, someone asking somebody else out on a date, that you activate a different network. He calls it the social network. It was a subset of the default mode network. It's in a different part of the brain. What Tony showed is that these two networks have almost no overlap, but people had known that before. What Tony's data made very clear is that when you activate the task-positive network, you suppress the social network, and vice versa. So every time we take people who are in business, every time we take MBA students and say, we're going to teach you accounting, we're going to teach you finance, we're going to teach you economics, we're going to teach you operations, we're going to teach you strategy by studying cases, we're going to teach you leadership by studying case studies of leadership, the only thing we're doing is activating the task-positive network. So most people in MBA programs graduate with deficiencies in the social realm. They know how to analyze the hell out of things going on in the organization, but they don't know how to do anything. And what's worse is, because the task-positive network closes you down, they don't even notice the people around them. Now, to be effective in any leadership role, you have to be able to solve problems, and you have to be able to deal with people. You have to be able to focus, and you have to be able to be open to new ideas. We think the most effective leaders cycle back and forth between these networks in under a second. We also know that in this default mode network, where you're more open to people, you're more open to new ideas, you're more creative. That's where you can think outside the box. Unfortunately, we need to focus to solve problems, but every time we focus, we eliminate information. We close down in that sense. Well, a person needs to do that at times, but if they don't scan the environment, if they're not open to other people, and we have the other dimension, which is an important aspect of the value-based leadership doctoral program here at Benedictine, is that being open to moral concerns is a part of this default mode network. Not moralizing, not the thumping on a biblical text talking about what's right and wrong, but the issue of thinking about whether or not it's fair, thinking about whether or not it's just. That is moral concern that goes along with empathic concern.